Yo, what's good, peasants? JB back here today, and we have some nerfs and some stuff to talk about. Now, maybe not exactly the kind of nerfs we wanted to see, but it is still a balance patch to the game, and I will go ahead and preface the start of this video, or the rest of this portion of the video, by saying, yeah, it isn't great because we've already seen the numbers, but worth noting is Lapras comes out in 9 days, or 8 or 9 days as we're seeing this, and the season / battle pass ends shortly thereafter, like 3 or 4 days after that. So we could be getting another balance patch very soon after that. So I think what they're doing is slowly scaling down ZACIAN. They don't want to get it all in one fell swoop, which I think they honestly should. Like, I agree, there needs to be more severe nerfs before we get into everything, but that's what we have here. But anyway, I have my buddy Kelly, aka Under the Radar, joining me for this, so we're gonna go ahead and react to these patch notes together. Keeners.
Gamers?
That's what I said, yep.
Okay, I love that.
Okay, let's take a look at these here patch notes.
Are you looking at the
Sableye.
actual website, or are you looking at just like the
I'm just looking at it in the game. I'll leave the link to the actual numbers in the description if people want to go look, but Sableye had its knockoff cooldown lengthened, duration of effects on opposing Pokemon decreased, and Confuse Ray also had the duration of opposing Pokemon effects on opposing Pokemon decreased. So that's pretty cool.
It's good, but like at the same time, like that means that Sableye players now have to use their brain.
Oh no!
Which is less than ideal.
Oh no! it's a take we've had like a lot over the last few days, is that Sableye players are in the same realm as Talonflame and Crustle players, in that everyone who plays a character has no idea how to play the character. They're the most useless thing ever when they're on your team. So
yep, but whenever you face them, they're god tier.
Hate having a Sableye on my team. So basically, the activation, incapacitation, duration bars, link to that in the description, by the way. It's ElChicoEevee actually having the numbers on this. So it went from it basically takes longer to act, you are stunned for less time after the activation. It also takes longer for it to activate. Wait, no, it depends. It's worded weird. So it went from 0.5 seconds to 0.4 seconds. And then went from, with no AOS energy decrease. So if you don't have any AOS energy, it went from 1 second to 0.6. So it's a pretty sizable.
Wait, that means that it's faster.
No, yeah, you are stunned less. It's the time you're stunned, not the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not the time. Okay, yeah. My bad.
Not the cooldown. But they did raise the cooldown a full second, which is nice. But basically, yeah, you are stunned for less time, depending on whether or not you actually lose AOS energy from knockoff. And it also looks like Confuse Ray got nerfed a little bit as well, but I don't see these numbers from ElChicoEevee, so I'm gonna ignore that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's basically the exact same thing.
Probably. And then here's the big one. We have ZACIAN. So the following stats have been adjusted: attack, and then agility had its cooldown lengthened, effects on the user weakened, and then effects on the user weakened for agility plus as well. It's not what we hoped for, but it's something. It's something.
I mean, but it is kind of what we wanted, because like the whole issue with it was that it could Sacred Sword boosted Sacred Sword all within the matter of a second. You know,
Yeah, it can still do that. It didn't touch the passive
cooldown the
for agility.
Oh wait, hold on. I thought I read something. Oh no, that was Mew. I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, they didn't touch the resets at all. They did lower the attack, so now it doesn't have a higher attack stat than level 7 Greninja until it's actually level 7. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Basically, the numbers work out to it being pretty much a sizable nerf, like minus 30 attack for the first, 4 levels of the game until it hits level 5 are pretty good. So it's still gonna be a monster once it hits level 5, but it'll be less threatening early, and then its middle game will hopefully be a little bit more survivable. But it's still going to be an absolute demon late game. Like, It's going to change absolutely nothing.
And hopefully its mobility isn't as crazy, because that's kind of how it's looking like.
They did lower agility, so basically it went from a 50% increase to a 30% increase, and it's no longer a full heal. So it's just simply a speed burst. It's no longer a full heal. So that's a really good change.
Yeah.
I still think they need to greatly reduce the... they need to nerf the fuck out of the passive. That's what they need to actually nerf.
And they need to nerf Sacred Sword. There's no need for it to stun.
There's no need for it to stun, I agree, but I don't think they're going to get rid of that. I think they're just stupid in that everything needs to stun in this game. But just nerfing the passive so its reset doesn't do a bajillion damage, or even maybe just not resetting because it doesn't need to do that. That'd be cool. Yeah. What else do we have here? So Mew got a little bit wrecked, unfortunately. Yeah, and I play a lot of Mew. It's one of my mains, and I feel a little bit bad for this one. So cooldown on its move reset has been lengthened. It went from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. So actually, that's not too bad. It's a little bit annoying. There'll be some instances where it gets you killed, but that's, in the grand scheme of things, not horrible. Big one is, though, the electric ball damage. It went from basically 121% to 109%, and it lost 30 base damage too. So yeah, it's pretty big.
That's a big drop.
And the execute also lost 1%, so you need them to be slightly lower to execute now, which is, yeah. And then the actual big one is the solar beam cooldown. It went from 9 seconds to 10.5 seconds cooldown on solar beam. That is sizable.
That's a big difference. Yeah, that's a big difference.
I do think Mew will still probably be good late game because it didn't, but it's going to be not as good early, which I think is what they were going for here. Yeah, it's just another big Mew nerf. Feels bad, man.
Feels Pepe Sag. This next one I'm super happy about. Like very, very happy about. Glaceon with Icy Wind. Damage dealt to opposing Pokemon decreased. That's amazing.
It is. It went from 23% scaling to 20, and then 40 base damage to 35 base damage. So it's not a huge nerf, but it is something. It'll still hurt, but I think it'll be less good against squishes now, though. But with Spoon, it's still gonna delete things.
They need to make it to where its cooldown is like half a second longer, so you can't consistently just spam Icy Wind to like keep up your 8 ice shards with it.
They did that previously, but then people just started running Shell Belt with the energy up.
Yeah, I know. But they need to make it to where like you can't even do that.
I agree. I kind of ruined the character, but fuck it.
Yep.
Alright, Trevenant. Go ahead.
Woodhammer cooldown lengthened. That is amazing. But I don't think it's going to matter because you just Horn Leech and then basic attack twice, and then you can still Woodhammer again. Yeah. So.
And also lowered the effects of Pain Split on the user. So the cooldown from Woodhammer went to 5 seconds to 7 seconds now. It's still gonna like pull you from across the map too. I don't know if they fixed the bug where it would like yoink you from like outer space, but that's fine. And then Pain Split, using this move increases Trevenant movement speed from 45% to 35%. So, and it also lost 2.5% decay. So not huge nerfs, but I don't even think they needed to nerf Pain Split, but hey, whatever.
At least Woodhammer got nerfed. That's good.
Yeah. Charizard. Okay, buddy. Charizard's basic attack had its damage dealt to opposing Pokemon increase, and also had its Unite move charge increase. So Charizard's gonna ult even more now, which is cool. It's only 2% on the basic attack increase, which isn't nothing, but it's cool.
Whenever you consider like that's I don't play Charizard at all, but that's pretty much all you do in its ult, right? Is you just
it's basic, yeah. So it does make its ult a lot stronger, but it still doesn't have its true damage. Maybe this character was already basically only a Unite move, so
yeah.
I don't know. It's still gonna be rough. I think it'll be better, but a buff is a buff.
Yeah. I think it'll be a little bit better early game because like its early game basic attack was okay. But I'm hoping that now it can clear a little bit easier.
Holy Jesus!
I know. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited.
I'm just looking at the numbers too. Okay, Zoroark is the next battle pass, so it's getting the battle pass buff here. The actual numbers on this, so okay, we'll just Night Slash had its HP restoration increase, cooldown reduced on Night Slash, cooldown reduced on Feint Attack and Feint Attack Plus, and then the cooldown reduced on Cut. So it doesn't say it here, but Cut also had its, I guess maybe Cut didn't get its HP increase because ElChicoEevee has that, but the game doesn't. So maybe they didn't put that in because they only have HP restoration for Night Slash. Or maybe ElChicoEevee just had it wrong because, you know, Cut's the one that heals. Night Slash never healed, did it?
No. Oh wait, yeah, it did.
Does?
Yeah.
Well, either way, the healing went from 53% to fucking 80%, so that's ridiculous.
Get me in. Let me play Zoroark now.
The cooldown also went from 5.5 seconds to 4.5 seconds on Night Slash, and the upgraded cooldown went from 10 to 8. I don't know what that is. Faint Attack also got a second off of cooldown.
Say the last part one more time.
Night Slash's upgraded cooldown also got a oh, is that just that's just the big slam thing. You get to do that more. Okay.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. And then
so
Faint Attack
excited.
also had a second knocked off of Faint Attack and Faint Attack Plus's cooldown. So yeah, Zoroark is it's looking like Dodrio, I guess.
Zoroark's gonna be so good. Get me in now.
Anyway, yeah.
So excited.
Gonna be streaming all day tomorrow. Come hang out. Kelly might be live too. I don't know. His link is in the description. And yeah, we're gonna play a bunch of these games now. So bye.
Hell yeah.